What is going on, everybody? It's Simon here, and it's time for some pickups. Well, back in front of the camera for a pickup video, and it is great because I have not done a pickup video in quite a long time. So let's just dive straight into it. First up, we have the 500 million limited edition DualShock 4. Now, I've decided to leave mine boxed up, but you'll see why that is later in the video. But earlier this year, well actually just a couple of months ago, Sony released the 500 million limited edition PS4 Pro, and this was accompanied with the limited edition DualShock controller and a gold wireless headset. This was to commemorate 500 million PlayStation consoles sold worldwide since the original PlayStation launched in 1994. So that's quite the amount of consoles to have sold over the PlayStation's lifetime. But as mentioned, I'm going to keep this one sealed, but you will find out why shortly. Next up, we just have a small stack of items. So a little bit of the backstory with each one of these that I'll go through. So over the past few months, I've found myself thinking about my original PlayStation 1 games that I really enjoyed as a kid. You know, those games that just stand out in your memory. We all have them. And trying to think of a way I could use those to put a little bit of influence into my gaming kind of thing. Just be able to walk in and kind of see them and be reminded of the good times I had growing up playing my original PlayStation. But the majority of these games are all up on the shelf here. They're hidden. I can't see them. You can only see the spine cards. I'm like, well, there's got to be a way to display them without physically having to pull them out and place them at various locations. I mean, OCD, that's just going to drive me nuts. But recently I was in my local EB game store and I saw that they had this canvas print of Metroid, or the original NES, just the front cover art. I'm like, that's really cool. I wonder if they do PlayStation games like that as well. Sure enough, they don't. So I'm like, well, is there a way I can make canvas prints of just the box art, like the case art, sorry, of my original PlayStation 1 games? So I found a way to do it. First up, I got a canvas print of Space Hulk made. Love this game as a kid, a lot of good memories. Thinking back, it was 1997. I finished school camp, got home, my dad had to go into town, I went with him. I had a little bit of pocket money, so I took that with me. We got to where we needed to go. It was Kmart, a local store. And I'm like, no, Dad, can I go to the game section and I'll meet up with you later? So, yeah, mate, no worries, that's fine. So I went in there, had 20 bucks on me, and I found Space Hulk, and it was $20 on special. I had no idea what Space Hulk was. We didn't have the internet back then, so I kind of just went off the front cover art. And the front cover art looks pretty cool. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give that a go. Picked it up, took it home. Took a little while to learn how to play it. It's kind of a strategy first-person shooter game, but a lot of good memories. And then going into Christmas time of 97, we would always go up to my grandparents' house. It was a few hours away from where we lived to spend like the summer trip. Just so many fond memories. And my late grandfather, he had a PlayStation 1 as well. And we'd both sit down, I took this with me, and we would play it religiously. And we both got really, really good at it. Anyway, over night time, being young kids, me and my sisters, we got sent to bed at about 8 o'clock. And my grandfather would stay up playing this. And I always wanted to stay up and keep playing it with him. But my mum, nope, Simon, bed, you're too young, go to bed. Yep, fair call. But I would wake up at about 10 o'clock at night and he would still be playing. And where our bedroom was situated, I could look straight down the hall and I could see him playing it. So I would kind of sneak out and just sit in the hallway and I would watch him play this game vigilantly for hours. And for some reason that just really stuck in my memory. Just a good memory about this game. I always think about that and it takes me back to that time. I think that's what retro gaming is all about, isn't it? Just those fond memories of those games growing up. Anyway, the next one, this was actually a title that my late grandfather owned. I didn't actually get to pick this up until about 5 years ago. This is Alien Trilogy, a really, really dark FPS shooter. And there wasn't too many, there wasn't too many good FPS shooters back out on the PS1 in 1997, but this one sticks out vividly in my mind because the death scenes in this game were gory. So we always just sit down and play this one as well. I always played it with cheats. I never played it properly. I just wanted to unlock all the weapons and just use the smart gun. Love that game. Next up, we have a canvas print of the one and only, it's Nightmare Creatures. Now, I'm not going to ramble on too much about this. You guys know I love Nightmare Creatures, and I've done a Nightmare Creatures Let's Play, so you can jump over there and check that out if you're interested. Bit of a shameless plug there. The next one, Hexan. Now, Hexan's been out. I think Hexan is one of those classic first-person shooters. When you think back to the early kind of DOS PC days, I think about two first-person shooters. It's Doom and it's Hexan. I didn't even know Hexan came out on the PlayStation 1, so as a kid when I saw this, all my pocket money, boom, went straight to that. And truth be told, I've never finished this game. I suck at it. It's actually finding your way around the levels. You can get really, really confused easily, but I think my favorite character in this game was Baratus. He was kind of the warrior. He had like a gauntlets on with big spikes, and he just walked around just punching stuff, and like, I really need to actually pop this game in and finish it. So, Hexan, great game, just the nostalgia. Then we have a true classic, Medieval. Sony's still waiting for some news on that PlayStation 4 release, so any news, that'd be great. But Medieval, got this for Christmas of, I think, Christmas of 1998. Yeah, Christmas 98. Picked up Medieval. I remember that Christmas day really well. Actually leading up to Christmas, I had the summer demo. When you register your PlayStation 1, Sony would send you demo discs, and Medieval was on one of them. And it was a time demo of Medieval. You could start from Sir Dan's grave and get up to the stained glass demon. If you ran through it in the right amount of time, you would get there. And I freaking loved it. What made Medieval good was just the atmosphere. It was really kind of the night before Christmas kind of theme, like really, really good. Doing a Let's Play of this one now actually, so. Got this on Christmas Day. I just remember sitting in my bedroom all Christmas Day. I mean, family, friends were there, everyone was there. My cousins were in my room with me, we're sitting down, we're playing this, we're having a blast. Just the smell of Christmas lunch, Christmas breakfast and dinner, just all the time passed, and we could smell all the food come in. We're sitting there playing Medieval, having fun. Loved it so. Definitely a lot of fond memories with that. And another game that I got that exact same Christmas was Resident Evil Director's Cut. So Medieval got the majority of my time those school holidays in that Christmas period, but then once I'd finished Medieval a few times, I started playing through Resident Evil. I don't know why I didn't really opt to get Resident Evil 2. I guess I just wanted to start with this one, see what it was all about. This game actually quite scary back then when you're a young kid. One memory that stood out for me with Director's Cut was, well, it would be the same for the original Resident Evil anyway. On the first level, the Spencer Mansion, when you would go outside, you would find a cog, you could just hear the crickets. There was no music, you just hear crickets, and then you would hear the dogs howling off in the distance, and I was like, yeah, I want to get back inside, even though it's not much safer in there, but that really sticks out in my mind. But great game, really, really good. So, but that's it, 6 canvas prints there. Like I said, just wanted to get these done. I'm going to hang them above my TV, kind of this section here, so hopefully you guys will see that in the upcoming room tour. Still don't have a date for that yet, but I'm working on it. So really kind of just wanted to show a way I could portray some of my favorite PlayStation 1 games here in my game room. Next up, we have the Aloy Totaku. Now, for those of you that don't know what Totakus are, they are amiibo-like figurines, but they lack the functionality of what an amiibo does. And whereas amiibos are solely Nintendo, Totaku do a wide range of consoles. So that's PlayStation, Sega, and Microsoft, and they also cover a wide range of video game franchises. Now, there's been quite a few of these little buggers released in the past year. I do enjoy collecting them, but to keep it kind of under control, I've decided just to pick up the officially licensed PlayStation Totaku. So you can tell that just by the little officially licensed stamp just there on the top of the box. So I have 10 all up, including this one. And at the moment, I'm just displaying them above my door. I don't know whether I'm going to keep them there or I might be able to find somewhere better to put them. So hopefully you guys will see that in an upcoming game room tour video. Rightio, now we're into the two larger items of the video. I have already opened up this postal box because I just wanted to check what it was, but it is a Spider-Man PlayStation 4 Pro. So let's see if I can carefully slide this out of the box. Rightio. Now, I have not opened this up at all. It's been sitting on my game room floor for about a week and a half now. So there's the original seal just there. And I'm holding off opening this up because I want to do a live unboxing with you guys. And it's kind of a bit rough because I really want to play the game. I really want to play it, but I'm just going to hold off. I'm going to do the unboxing, I'm going to do it live with you guys, I'm going to pull it apart and we're going to see what's inside. We'll kind of get that first reaction together. I think that's going to be really cool. So just until I get time to make that video, God of War is going to have to tide me over until then. But Spider-Man, PS4 Pro, pretty excited to have a look at this one. And last up, something pretty special. Now I did manage to get one of these at launch. You're probably not going to be able to see it really well because I'm going to keep it inside this packaging box for now. But it's a 500 million limited edition PS4 Pro console. Now, as mentioned at the start of the video, the 500 million PS4 Pro consoles, controllers, and headsets were brought out to commemorate 500 million PlayStation consoles sold worldwide since 1994. However, the PS4 Pro 500 million limited edition was limited to 50,000 consoles. So, in the grand scheme of things, that is not many systems out there whatsoever, and they did sell out extremely fast. This went up for pre-order on the Friday. I can't remember the date, but basically within half an hour they were completely sold out, all gone, and majority of them, unfortunately, I think are even up on eBay now, selling for over $2,000, and that is absolutely stupid because I know so many collectors that would really like one of these systems. So they're in a pretty awesome looking transparent midnight blue, I think it is. As with the Spider-Man PS4 Pro, I'm gonna wait to do just a dedicated unboxing for this system. I'd really like to try and make that a special video, but this certainly will be one of the gems in my collection. Well guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below, what have you guys picked up recently and what future PlayStation 4 games are you looking forward to? Myself, it's got to be The Last of Us 2. I really hope Naughty Dog have some information and perhaps even a launch date for that game. Fingers crossed. But for now, I think I'm going to get cracking on that Spider-Man PS4 Pro unboxing because I really want to get that game out and start playing it. Anyway guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to keep that positivity flowing, and I'll see you next time with more PlayStation content.